The most shocking NBA players arrest footages. This is crazy. This is gonna be an exciting video. Hit the like button and subscribe. This is BLS Live channel. I'm curious to see what's going on in this video and what happened within some of these players' encounters. See what's going on.
From Jackson Hayes violently resisting arrest during a domestic violence call.
Hey, stop! Yo, listen to hey, give me your fucking badge number.
My God.
To Cameron Payne's incredibly stupid decision to give police a fake name.
All right, you're under arrest for giving a fake name.
Say less. Cool.
Fake name.
That was the dumbest way to get arrested, man.
In this video, we're diving into the stories of NBA players whose arrest footages shocked the
Is that Rondo?
world and revealed the dark side of professional sports. Rajon Rondo. Our first story takes us to January 28, 2024, when former NBA champion Rajon Rondo was pulled over in Jackson County, Indiana, for what seemed like a routine traffic violation, driving without a visible license plate. What started as a simple stop quickly escalated into something much more serious, and thankfully for us, the entire interaction was captured on police body cam footage. The video begins innocuously enough, with Officer Trevor Bush approaching Rondo's sleek Tesla and politely explaining the reason for the stop.
Hello. I'm Trevor Bush with the ANSA Police. I pulled you over because you ain't got a plate on the back of your car. There's nothing there.
What makes this footage particularly striking is how it captures the moment when the officer recognizes Rondo's celebrity status.
I'll be right back to stay in the vehicle, okay?
He's a former basketball player.
Is he?
Yep.
Signal 27 right before the Seymour exit.
You can hear the surprise and recognition in the officer's voice as he radios to his colleagues about having a former NBA player in custody. But
You said former basketball player. I don't think he was
routine traffic stop transforms into something much more serious.
Can you just step out of the vehicle real quick? I gotta talk to you back here, okay? It's about some information that just popped up, so he can stay in the vehicle, we'll be fine.
The officer's demeanor shifts noticeably as new information comes through his radio, and you can sense the tension building. The footage becomes even more dramatic when officers discover contraband during their search. Rondo's admission about the marijuana possession shows a moment of honesty that many viewers found surprising. Perhaps the most shocking moment in the entire video comes when officers discover a firearm in the vehicle.
P365, that's a SIG, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, how you got? That's the inside of a Tesla? Hold on. Are you using? No, you ain't you because this got Newports here.
Officers discover a firearm in the vehicle.
P365, that's a SIG, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's the serial. And caliber.
Oh, okay, there we go.
9mm.
The casual way the officers handle the discovery of the weapon, while Rondo's young son remains in the car, adds a layer of complexity and concern to the entire situation. What makes this arrest footage particularly compelling is how it humanizes a player who had built a reputation as one of the NBA's most intelligent point guards. Rondo, a four-time All-Star and two-time NBA champion, found himself in handcuffs, facing charges that could have serious consequences for his post-basketball life. This incident becomes even more significant when viewed in the context of Rondo's previous legal troubles. In 2022, his ex-girlfriend sought a protective order, alleging he threatened her life with a gun, which adds a troubling pattern to his relationship with firearms. Rondo ultimately pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor gun charge, receiving a suspended 180-day jail sentence and 180 days of probation. Cameron Payne. On June 14th, 2024.
That wasn't really too crazy, though. I'm not going to lie to you. That wasn't really too crazy. It's shocking. It is shocking, though, that Rajon Rondo. I ain't think Rajon Rondo would be on that.
Scottsdale, Arizona, Payne managed to turn a simple domestic dispute call into a federal case by making one of the most boneheaded decisions ever captured on police body cam. The footage begins with officers responding to what appeared to be a routine domestic disturbance call.
Police, you called us?
Yes, I did.
What's going on?
I just had an argument with my girl.
Okay.
The initial interaction seemed straightforward. A couple had an argument. Someone called 911, and now the police are just checking to make sure everyone is safe. The officers handled the situation professionally, speaking separately with both Payne and his girlfriend to ensure there was no physical violence or property damage.
Hello. Is that your boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay, is it just you two?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any physical contact or any property damage?
No.
Everything seems to be proceeding normally.
Why you called in? Why did he call?
Parties confirming that the argument was purely verbal. But then comes the moment that transforms this routine call into one of the most frustrating arrest videos ever recorded. When officers ask for Payne's identification, he makes a decision that defies all logic.
What's your first name? Do you have your ID on you by any chance? If you don't, it's all right. Did you get the proper spelling of your first name? I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not.
The situation quickly escalates when Payne
Just tell him your name if ain't nothing happened.
refuses to provide his real name, instead offering a fake identity. The officers explain Arizona law clearly and patiently, but Payne continues to dig himself deeper into trouble.
Well, so here's the deal. We got a call from you regarding a potential domestic dispute. Now in the state of Arizona, okay. So in the state of Arizona, when we're investigating a crime, you're required by law to provide your identification.
The most shocking moment comes when Payne finally reveals his real identity, but only after being placed under arrest.
So if I say I didn't know you,
My name Cameron Payne. Please
what's your actual name?
No, that's my.
How you call the cops about a domestic dispute that ain't have no physical or property damage, and then when they ask you for your identification or your name, you don't want to provide it, and they've been talking calm to you this whole time. Are you dumb as hell or are you dumb as hell?
Fake name. Can you please leave? Cameron Payne. I don't know why I'm talking to him.
What's your
Cameron Payne. Arrest me for telling you a fake name? Congratulations.
All right, you're under arrest for giving a fake name.
Say less. Cool. That was dumb.
That was the dumbest way to get arrested, man.
The officers' exasperation is palpable in the footage, with one of them stating what everyone watching is thinking, that this was probably the dumbest way to get arrested. Perhaps the most revealing part of the entire video comes from his girlfriend's explanation of why Payne gave a fake name. She explains that as an NBA player, he uses aliases when going to clubs or hotels, but somehow thought this would be appropriate when dealing with police officers investigating a domestic dispute call. What makes this arrest footage particularly shocking is the contrast between Payne's NBA success and his complete failure to handle a simple police interaction. Payne, who reached the NBA Finals with the Phoenix Suns in 2021, demonstrated none of the basketball IQ that made him successful on the court during this police encounter. Jackson Hayes. The arrest footage of Jackson Hayes represents one of the most physically dramatic and controversial police encounters involving an NBA player in recent memory. On July 28, 2021, Los Angeles police responded to a domestic
Why you got a video
call
of Curry
at
running
Hayes'
down the
Woodland
court?
Hills home, and what followed was captured on video that would spark debates about police use of force and athlete behavior for years to come. The footage begins with what appears to be a routine domestic disturbance call, but the tension is immediately palpable.
Fine, we'll call back with our info.
I'm gone. Are you Jackson? Are you Jackson? Yeah, what's up? What's going on between you and your girl? I always had a little argument. She was throwing some stuff at me.
The initial interaction seems relatively calm,
I think this
with
was-
Hayes appearing cooperative and explaining the situation. However, the atmosphere quickly changes when officers indicate they need to speak with his girlfriend inside the house.
We have to talk to her.
Did you talk to her? Do you mind asking? How do you guys stay out here, please?
The presence of multiple people and the officer's insistence on speaking with all parties involved begins to create tension that will soon boil over. The situation escalates rapidly when Hayes becomes protective of his cousin, leading to the first physical confrontation.
Hey, back up! Back up! Back up!
You can hear the urgency in Hayes' voice as he tries to intervene in what he perceives as excessive force being used against his family member. What makes this footage particularly shocking is how quickly the situation spirals out of control.
We're fine. We're gonna talk this out. Stop touching him, man. That's my friend. Stop grabbing him. Don't grab him like that.
Hayes' protective instincts kick in as he sees his cousin being handled roughly by the officers, setting
Can't
the
see.
stage for the dramatic confrontation that follows. The most shocking moment in the entire video comes when officers deploy their tasers against Hayes.
Oh!
I'm not tasing! Stop!
Oh!
I'm gonna take him!
The repeated warnings about the taser create a sense of impending violence that makes the footage difficult to watch, especially knowing what's coming next. The aftermath of the tasing is captured in
Oh, they
disturbing
got
detail,
Jackson
with Hayes clearly
Hayes.
in distress and his friends desperately trying to help him.
Listen to it. Hey, give me your fucking badge numbers.
Oh!
Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Stop resisting!
Y'all niggas can walk up a nigga's house and shoot him like that.
Stop resisting.
I am, bro.
This whole thing on camera, guys.
Let me get the fuck up. Let me get the fuck up. Y'all just tased me.
I have the whole thing on camera.
Yo,
Stop right now.
You will break my arm, bro.
Stop with his arm like that, bro.
2189. Bring your right arm to your back.
Bro,
Bring your right arm.
nigga, this is my friend. What are y'all doing? I'm getting arrested for being at my own house. Look at all the blood and shit y'all doing to me, bro.
Hayes was ultimately charged with 12 misdemeanors, including domestic violence, resisting arrest, and battery against an officer. The arrest footage played
How you
a
arrested
crucial
with all
role in
that?
the legal proceedings, with Hayes pleading no contest to false imprisonment and resisting an officer charges. The incident also had professional consequences beyond the legal system. An LAPD sergeant was found to have violated policy by kneeling on Hayes' neck during the arrest, highlighting issues with police tactics that the video evidence helped expose. Perhaps most significantly, new surveillance footage released in November 2024 prompted the NBA to reopen its investigation into Hayes, demonstrating how arrest footage can continue to have implications years after the initial incident. Dante West.
dog.
Among all the arrests, footages we're examining today, none is more
Damn,
heartbreaking
Delonte. Man, I hope you good, bro.
or difficult to watch than the multiple videos involving Dante West. Unlike the other players on our list, West
Thanks, man.
arrests aren't shocking because of single dramatic moments, but rather because they document the tragic decline of a once promising NBA career derailed by mental illness and substance abuse.
Dang.
West's legal troubles have been extensive and well documented, with multiple arrests captured on camera over the years. Each piece of footage serves as a window into the ongoing struggles of a man battling demons that extend far beyond.
I wonder what
The most
happened
recent
to him,
footage that
man.
shocked the basketball world shows West during his June 2024 arrest in Fairfax County, Virginia.
What did I do?
Open container and resist.
Okay,
Start
cool.
with that.
No, I didn't resist.
Even in this brief exchange, you can hear the confusion and disorientation in West's voice as he tries to understand
Dang,
why
bro.
he's being arrested. What makes West's arrest footage particularly disturbing is the clear evidence of his mental health struggles.
I'm Jesus, and you are sinning right now. Okay. Yeah, I know.
The delusional statements captured on camera reveal the depth of his
You know, you never really know what somebody's going through, man. And I wish we knew what Dante West was going through or is going through, so you could get the proper help he needs.
Psychological issues and the urgent need for mental health intervention rather than incarceration. The footage becomes even more concerning as West's erratic behavior escalates.
What's your name, man? Your president, Jesus, and I'm a president of the United States, too.
Perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of West's arrest videos is how they document his attempts to maintain some sense of dignity and purpose, even in his darkest moments. Despite his obvious distress, West still sees himself as someone trying to do good in the world. The footage also captures West's references to his basketball career, showing how his identity as a former NBA player remains central to his self-perception even during his lowest points.
Obama said, let the man free. I'm Jesus.
hours better than LeBron James.
These statements, while clearly delusional, reveal how his basketball achievements continue to define his sense of self-worth. West's most recent arrest in November 2024 for trespassing continues this troubling pattern, with each incident captured on camera serving as a reminder of the ongoing nature of his struggles. The footage from his various arrests creates a timeline of decline that is both devastating and educational. West's career statistics, averaging 9.7 points and 3.6 assists over 432 games, tell only part of his story. The arrest footage tells the rest, documenting a man's struggle with forces beyond his control and the system's inability to provide the help he truly needs. Montrezl Harrell. Sometimes the most shocking arrest footage isn't shocking because of violence or drama, but because of how remarkably calm and casual the entire encounter appears. That's exactly what makes Montrezl Harrell's May 12, 2022 arrest in Kentucky so fascinating to watch. Here's a man being arrested for felony drug trafficking, and he's having what amounts to a friendly conversation with the arresting officers about basketball. The footage begins with a routine traffic stop. Harrell was pulled over for tailgating, but quickly evolves into something much more serious when officers discover 3 pounds of marijuana in his vehicle. What makes this arrest video so unique is Harrell's remarkably relaxed demeanor throughout the entire encounter, even as the charges against him become increasingly serious.
What you done now? I play the league. Yes, sir. So I just finished up my 7-year playing with Charlotte. So right now I'm in the free agency, so hopefully, I could go back to Charlotte.
Right from the start, Harrell treats the interaction more like a casual interview than a serious police encounter, openly discussing his NBA career and future plans. The surreal nature of the conversation continues as Harrell engages in detailed discussions.
That's the most prop I've ever heard Montrezl Harrell talk.
About his teammates in the league.
I'm used to him talking trash.
Just like the practice squad, or what are you doing? Nah, I actually play on team.
The officers seem genuinely interested in his basketball career, creating an atmosphere that feels more like a sports talk show than a criminal arrest. What makes this footage particularly striking is how Harrell uses the conversation about basketball to build rapport with the officers, even as they're processing him for serious drug charges.
How's LaMelo? Is he? He's a cool person. I mean, regular kid. I mean, at the end of the day, people still gotta understand he's
His assessment of LaMelo Ball shows his continued engagement with basketball topics, even under arrest.
The fact that they got him for all of them drugs, and he's still calm like that, he must know something they don't know, or he must know. He must have Johnny Cochran, God rest his soul.
The conversation takes on an almost surreal quality as Harrell and the officers discuss various NBA personalities and storylines.
I wouldn't say that's not masterminding, but it causes a lot of issues.
The fact that they're having in-depth discussions about player development and family dynamics while processing drug trafficking charges creates a bizarre juxtaposition. Perhaps the most shocking moment in the entire video comes when the officers acknowledge the marijuana discovery, but do so in an almost casual manner.
Before anybody does anything stupid, we are not the weed police.
The officers' attempt to diffuse tension while still maintaining their authority creates a unique dynamic rarely seen in a...
And it's not a unique dynamic. I would say it happens more times than not, and I want to make sure I give credit about how they're handling the situation because I didn't like the way they handled Jackson Hayes. So I want to make sure I give, you know what I'm saying?
Arrest footage. The video becomes even more fascinating as Harrell continues to engage in detailed NBA discussions, including opinions about fellow players.
Who's the biggest prick in the NBA? Or instead of the biggest prick, who's the most unliked player? The most unliked player might be Pat. That's what you were saying, Pat Beverly, everybody hates him unless you're his teammate.
The fact that he's willing to share insider perspectives on NBA personalities while being arrested for drug trafficking is both shocking and oddly entertaining. Harrell was initially charged with felony drug trafficking for possessing 3 pounds of marijuana, but the charges were later reduced to a misdemeanor. The casual nature of his arrest, as captured in the video, may have contributed to the relatively...
No cap, his ability to cooperate right here and the officers taking a liking to him could have really helped him out in that trial.
Outcome of
or whenever the case,
Harrell,
whoever it was.
NBA 6th Man of the Year in 2020, handled the arrest with a level of composure that's remarkable given the potential consequences he was facing. The video serves as an example of how maintaining calm and building rapport can potentially influence the outcome of police encounters. Gilbert Arenas. The arrest of Gilbert Arenas represents one of the most dramatic falls from grace in recent NBA history. And while we don't have body cam footage of his actual arrest, The circumstances surrounding his legal troubles are so shocking that they deserve examination alongside the other arrest videos we've discussed. On July 30th, 2025, federal agents arrested Gilbert Arenas at his Encino mansion on charges related to running an illegal gambling operation. The former NBA All-Star now faces federal charges, including conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business and making false statements to federal investigators. What makes Arenas' case particularly shocking is the scale and sophistication of the alleged operation. According to the Department of Justice, Arenas rented out his mansion to host high-stakes poker games from September 2021 to July 2022, with alleged connections to organized crime figures. This isn't just a case of a former player making bad decisions. It's a federal investigation into organized criminal activity. The most disturbing aspect of Arenas' case is how it represents a pattern of poor judgment that dates back to his playing career. Basketball fans will remember the infamous gun incident in 2009 when Arenas brought firearms into the Washington Wizards locker room during a dispute with teammate Javaris Crittenton. That incident, which effectively ended his NBA career, should have served as a wake-up call about the consequences of reckless behavior. What's particularly shocking about Arenas' current legal situation is his apparent inability to learn from past mistakes. The 2009 gun incident cost him his NBA career and resulted in a guilty plea for carrying a pistol without a license. Now, more than 15 years later, he finds himself facing even more serious federal charges that could result in up to 5 years in prison on each count. The lack of actual arrest footage in Arenas' case is somewhat compensated by his own social media activity following his arrest. Videos emerged of Arenas dancing and making light of his legal situation, behavior that eerily echoes his inappropriate response to the 2009 gun incident. During that earlier controversy, Arenas was criticized for making gun gestures during team introductions, showing a pattern of treating serious legal matters as jokes. Stephen A. Smith, in his commentary on Arenas' arrest, captured the frustration many feel about the former player's continued poor judgment. Smith reminded viewers of how Arenas' career was derailed by his inability to take serious situations seriously, warning that federal charges are not a laughing matter and that Arenas needs to stop with the jokes. Stephen A. Smith's response to Arenas' arrest and subsequent behavior captured the frustration many feel about the former player's continued poor judgment.
I've gotten to know Gil a little bit. I respect the hell out of him. First of all, I think he's a brilliant basketball mind. Let's get that out the way first. I think Gil's Arena is a hell of a podcast, hell of a basketball show. Let's get that out the way. He's very excitable, very knowledgeable, and we know that about him. And in light of what he's being accused of, however, I'm still going to say to Gil, bro, I need you not to play around because, my brother, I don't want to see you in jail at all.
The federal nature of the charges against Arenas sets his case apart from the other arrest videos we've examined. While most of the other players face state or local charges, Arenas is dealing with federal investigators who have significant resources and rarely pursue cases they don't expect to win. The fact that federal agents felt there was enough evidence to arrest a high-profile former...
You're cooked. This is being investigated by the feds?
NBA player suggests the case against him is substantial. Arenas pleaded not guilty to all charges and was released on $50,000 bond, with his trial scheduled for September 23, 2025. The relatively low bond amount for such serious federal charges might seem surprising, but it likely reflects Arenas' lack of prior federal convictions and his ties to the community. As a three-time NBA All-Star and former Most Improved player, Arenas had achieved a level of success that most people can only dream of. His fall from NBA stardom to federal defendant is a cautionary tale about the importance of making good decisions regardless of wealth or fame. Bryn Forbes. Our final case brings us...
What the hell? Bryn Forbes got
represents
arrested?
a disturbing pattern of domestic violence allegations that escalated over time, culminating in serious felony charges that shocked the basketball community. Forbes' legal troubles began in February 2023 with a misdemeanor assault charge, but the situation became much more serious.
Where is Bryn Forbes?
1 year later, when he faced felony charges for allegedly choking a family member. While we don't have body cam footage of Forbes' arrests, the progression of charges and the serious nature of the allegations make his case one of the most troubling examples of domestic violence in recent NBA history.
No.
The escalation from misdemeanor assault to felony strangulation charges represents a dangerous pattern that domestic violence experts recognize as a significant predictor of future violence. Forbes' first arrest on February 15, 2023, involved allegations that he struck a woman he was dating multiple times during an argument. The misdemeanor assault charge was eventually dismissed after Forbes completed a pre-trial diversion program, a common outcome for first-time domestic violence offenders that's designed to provide...
He don't even look the same right there.
Rather than
He don't even look the same right there, y'all.
punishment. However, the resolution of Forbes' first case through diversion programs proved insufficient to prevent future incidents. Exactly 1 year later, on February 13, 2024, Forbes was arrested again, this time on the much more serious charge of felony assault by choking strangulation. The victim in this second incident was identified as the mother of his 2 children, making the allegations even more disturbing. The escalation from misdemeanor assault to felony strangulation represents one of the most concerning progressions in domestic violence cases. Law enforcement and domestic violence experts recognize strangulation as one of the most dangerous forms of domestic abuse, with studies showing that victims who have been strangled are significantly more likely to be killed by their abusers in the future. Forbes was jailed on $7,500 bond following his 2024 arrest, and as of August 2025, the case remains ongoing in the Texas court system. The relatively low bond amount for such a serious felony charge might seem surprising, but it likely reflects Forbes' lack of prior felony convictions and his ties to the community through his children. What makes Forbes' case particularly tragic is how it represents the failure of the criminal justice system's attempt at early intervention. The diversion program that resolved his first domestic violence charge was specifically designed to provide education and counseling to prevent future incidents. The fact that Forbes was arrested on more serious charges exactly 1 year later suggests that these intervention efforts were unsuccessful. Forbes' professional basketball career adds another dimension to the shock value of his arrests. As an undrafted player who worked his way into the NBA and eventually won a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks in 2021, Forbes had achieved a level of success that most basketball players never reach. His fall from NBA champion to facing felony domestic violence charges represents a dramatic reversal of fortune. The timing of Forbes' second arrest is particularly significant because it occurred after he had already left the NBA. Unlike some of the other cases we've examined, where players were arrested while still active in their careers, Forbes' 2024 arrest came after his professional playing days had ended. This timing raises questions about how the stress and identity challenges of transitioning away from—
Man, I don't want to hear them excuses. I don't want to hear them excuses at all, man. You making millions, man. This is a good video though, man. Shout out to you for making this video, man. I learned some new things, man. Just Dante West is the one for me, man. Dante West, Gilbert's gonna be going through something this month. But the other ones, Rajon Rondo is pretty shocking too. Montrezl handled the situation perfectly. Bryn Forbes is crazy, but see you on the next vid, man. Love y'all.